For choral music, I'm curious about the difference in tone one might be trying to go for as a tenor rather than an alto with a tenor range. Well, let's talk about it. Hi, my name's Isabella. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm a gender-affirming voice teacher with about 8 years of experience. So what we know historically about the different voice parts is that they didn't used to be gendered. Sopranos used to just mean a super high voice, and bass used to be a super low voice. But over time, we have tied those different voice parts to different gender presentations, and that's kind of where this confusion comes from. And I wonder if this question is coming from the idea that altos are typically AFAB individuals and tenors are typically AMAB individuals. Because once we get out of this mindset that those two are mutually exclusive, then we don't really think about these things very often. For instance, I'm a former soprano who now sings alto roles in songs, and I can basically sing tenor if I want to, but I will sound the way that I do, which is like that of an AFAB person. So it all kind of boils down to what quality, what tone you are looking for in your singers when you are basically compiling a choir. Like if you're a choral director, does it make sense if you have a singer who is an alto but can sing super low and can possibly sing tenor too? Or if you have a baritone who has those notes up in the alto range and can sing alto too? Just try to think about it in that way. In grad school, in the before times, I was in a treble choir, and we had a couple of tenors who sang like alto 3 with us because they could. So if we're talking about these voice parts in the traditional sense, tenors might have a darker sound because of the way that they were socialized as masculine perceived individuals, whereas altos might have a brighter sound because it sits more forward in the mouth as feminine perceived individuals. That's like the plainest thing that I could describe would be the main difference. So basically, an alto singing in the tenor range will basically be a tenor with a brighter sound. But that might not be entirely true because it's all based on the individual.